Most horror movies are a fun ride. You go in, you get a jump scare, you eat some popcorn, and you go home. But every once in a while, a movie comes along that feels wrong. Like it wasn't meant for human eyes. The 2000s were a breeding ground for this extreme cinema. But while everyone was talking about Saw or Martyrs, there was one film that flew under the radar for many, but left those who saw it genuinely scarred. Today, we're looking at a film that doesn't rely on ghosts or monsters. It relies on something much worse: the person living next door to you. By the end of this, you'll understand why Eden Lake is the pinnacle of movies that, honestly, should never have been made. And the ending? It's arguably the most soul-crushing 3 minutes in cinema history. Let's get into it. We start with Jenny and Steve. She's a teacher, he's a guy ready to propose. They're heading to Eden Lake for a romantic weekend. Standard horror setup, right? But here's the kicker. The movie spends the first 10 minutes making you feel deeply uncomfortable before a single drop of blood is even spilled. It's not about jump scares, it's about the vibe. You ever been in a town where you just feel like you don't belong? Where the locals look at you like you're an alien? That's the British suburban horror at play here. It's grounded, it's real, and that's what makes it so much more terrifying than a guy in a hockey mask. Steve wants this to be perfect. He's got the ring, he's got the spot. But the lake isn't the paradise he remembered. It's a construction site, a gated community. And it's here they meet a group of teenagers. Now I know what you're thinking. Just leave, Steve. It's just some loud kids. But we've all been there. That tiny spark of ego where you don't want to let some punks ruin your day. These aren't movie villains. They're the specific type of aggressive, entitled kids we've all encountered in real life. And that's the secret sauce of why this movie is so hard to watch. It feels like it could happen on your street. Things escalate fast, from loud music to a stolen car to, well, things I can't even describe without getting this video nuked. But here is where the movie shifts from a thriller to something that genuinely makes you want to turn off the TV. Because the moment the kids realize they've gone too far, they don't stop, they double down. And what happens to Steve in that clearing? It changes Jenny forever. This is a masterclass in high-retention storytelling. Jenny is forced into full survival mode. We're talking hiding in dumpsters, crawling through thorns, the works. The leader of the pack, Brett, isn't a monster. He's a kid who's been raised in a cycle of violence. He forces the other kids to participate. He records it on a phone. It's happy slapping taken to the most lethal extreme. You're sitting there rooting for Jenny, praying she finds a phone, a car, anything. And she does. She makes it back to town. She thinks she's safe. She crashes into a garden, runs into a house full of adults, and collapses. You finally breathe a sigh of relief. But then you realize whose house she's in. It's the parents of the kids. And in their eyes, Jenny isn't a victim. She's the woman who just attacked their children. The movie ends not with a rescue, but with the sound of a bathroom door locking and the parents deciding to take care of the problem themselves. It is a nihilistic, soul-crushing masterpiece that leaves you feeling dirty. It's the ultimate, the movies that should never have been made, because it's too effective at showing us the worst parts of ourselves. If you want more deep dives like this one on the movies that should never have been made, hit that button so the algorithm knows to show you the next one. Trust me, the next one is even darker. I'll see you there.